Hi students, I'm Sonia from Vidya Guru, starting a new session on current affairs. This session is for the month of September 2022. I am going to start the session. As you guys can make out that I'm conversing in English with you, that means this session is going to be completely in English medium. If you are not comfortable with the language, you can switch to the Hindi session that is also there in the playlist. This session in English medium is recorded primarily for our students from South India, primarily for our students from Northeast India, like students from Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Telangana. Those students who are unable to understand Hindi well, we record a separate session for them. If you find the lecture worthy, actually you should press the like button. If you do that, I'll stay motivated. Share the video with your friends, those who are preparing for any competitive exam. And don't forget to subscribe to Vidya Guru's YouTube channel. If you do that, you have to press the bell icon which is just there beside it. If you do that, you'll get the notifications of all the exam relevant videos which we upload. From here onwards, I'll be starting the session without wasting a moment more. I'll be starting with appointments, as you guys see and generally observe. Even if you're watching the session for the first time, I want to tell you that we deliver topic-wise current affairs. We try to actually bring 2 to 3 videos for the entire month. That is it, by me only. Obviously other teachers are there too and they also upload the sessions, but I am referring to myself. I try to cover the entire month in 2 or 3 videos. As I am starting, as this is the topic wise part, appointments is the heading. Appointment is the heading. And who got appointed on which important rank, that has to be checked actually. We'll start with the first one. It is new Attorney General of India. New Attorney General of the country. Now you have to understand, if there is any modification, I have to talk about it. I am starting with that most important question, and that is R. Venkataramani. He became the new Attorney General now. He's going to sworn in as the new Attorney General. When you move to the next question, if you can recall General Rawat, new CDS after him, he's going to be the second person who will be acting. Second person as in second CDS, Chief of Defence Staff, I mean to say that. So I'm saying he's going to be the second CDS after him. He is basically Lieutenant General Anil Chauhan. He's there on your screen now. When you look at new trustees of PM CARES Fund, PM CARES Funds, it remains in conversation. We all know that. So there are trustees, Ratan Tata, he has become the trustee, new trustee. KT Thomas, he was the Supreme Court judge earlier, erstwhile, ex-Supreme Court judge. If you look at the third person, he is Karya Munda, Deputy Speaker, ex-Deputy Speaker. Karya Munda is actually known to all of us. We all have heard about, this person. Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha we are referring to. That one point of time he was the Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha. Now what is the full form of CARES? You call it PM CARE Fund. You need to be aware that CARES is not the word, it is PM CARES Fund. Why? Because even CARES has some full form, which means that citizen assistance and relief. Citizen assistance and relief in emergency situations. That is what they mean by calling it CARES. So new trustees are there, new Attorney General is there, new CDS is there. Learn the names, and I really feel that, if you look at such sort of questions, if you learn them, you will press the like button as well, and you will even understand that these questions are surely going to be there in your exam. When you look at sports update, that's going to be the topic. So first Indian to win Formula 2 race, Jihan Daruwala. See, we are actually referring to sports update. That is why we have started talking about a person, an Indian who actually got something, who has done something remarkable. Formula 2 race, Jihan Daruwala won that at Monza, Italy. He became the first Indian to do so. When you look at the second question about sports only, India wins SAF, South Asian Football Federation, Under 17 Men's Championship by beating Nepal in Sri Lanka. I'll repeat that. India wins South Asian Football Federation First of all, you need to observe something. This is South Asian Football Federation. This question is about South Asian Football Federation, which they are actually popularly known as SAF only. The upper one is men's, the lower one is women's. But the competition above is actually under 17 category, So SAF under 17 category, men's championship, India won that by beating Nepal, and it took place in Sri Lanka. Again, Bangladesh won that by beating Nepal. I am referring to SAF Women's Championship. SAF Women's Championship. So I am saying Bangladesh by beating Nepal, and this place where it took place was Nepal only. I'll repeat that. Bangladesh won SAF Women's Championship by beating Nepal in Nepal. You need to understand, in both the questions, Nepal remained the runner-up. So it's pretty sad for Nepal. But that's how you are able to recall it. Under 17 men's took place at Sri Lanka, and the lower one, which is about women's championship, which took place in Nepal. So that's how you can recall, you can learn all this. The third point is about Grand Prix. It is pronounced as Grand Prix, not Grand Prix. So Grand Prix of Bharat. India is planning to organize such a thing, such an event. And in Greater Noida, UP, they are planning to do so. So Grand Prix of Bharat, India's first ever Moto Grand Prix in 2023. It will be organized at Greater Noida, UP. I'll repeat that. Grand Prix of Bharat, India's first ever Moto Grand Prix 2023 will take place in Greater Noida, UP. Next question about sports only, and the above point, Bengaluru FC. FC means we are referring to football club. One club wins it by defeating the other. But which grand event this time? It is Durand Cup. That's how you come to know that Durand Cup is about football. That ball is there. It is telling you indirectly that we have started talking about football now. Bengaluru Football Club defeated Mumbai City Football Club, won lifted Durand Cup. That is what I'm actually trying to mention here. And Durand Cup of 2022, and 131st was the number of that Durand Cup, which was won by Bengaluru Football Club. World Wrestling Championship 2022 medal winners. First of all, when you look at these two people, especially this fellow, you'll obviously feel happy about it, because something else I'll be mentioning about him here. He won bronze. Vinesh Fogart won bronze. So Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Fogart both brought bronze. First thing. Second, it is in World Wrestling Championship, and I am referring to 2022's World Wrestling Championship only. And the place is Belgrade, Serbia. The place is Belgrade, Serbia. And this is the place where this championship took place, and these two have brought bronze. The next question is about Bajrang Punia only. I am saying only Indian to win 4 medals. Only Indian to win 4 medals at World Wrestling Championship, Bajrang Punia. I'll repeat myself. I am saying Bajrang Punia has become that person, only Indian who won 4 medals at World Wrestling Championship. It is huge. It is remarkable. So that is what I was trying to mention here. Okay, the next question under the category of states news. That means we are going to talk about a few states which are important, and something important actually, took place there. Geographical indication, GI tag, which are actually popularly known as GI tag. That means I'm actually referring to something like Darjeeling tea. Darjeeling is associated with tea, that Darjeeling tea or Banarasi sari, Banaras is associated with it. Similar on that line, you can see that Mithila Makhana, even by the name itself, you'll be able to understand that it is from Bihar. But I am saying that GI tag Mithila Makhana from Bihar. That means Mithila Makhana got the GI tag, and it is from Bihar. That is what we are trying to say indirectly. When we proceed to the next question, India's first Himalayan spice garden unveiled at Rani Khet, and Rani Khet is in Uttarakhand. Ranikhet is in Uttarakhand. Spiced Garden, it is actually something new. So Spice Garden, you know, Himalayan Spice Garden, that is what I'm referring to. And it is India's first Himalayan Spice Garden. Now again, something else, and that is also India's first. Dugong Conservation Reserve notified in Park Bay, Tamil Nadu. India's first Dugong Conservation Reserve. Dugong Conservation Reserve in Park Bay in Tamil Nadu. That is what I'm actually trying to tell you. When it is first, it is important. Geographical indication, you know, such sort of questions are also asked. So I am saying that GI tag questions are asked. That is why they are taught. First is always asked. You all know that. Niti Aayog type body to be set up in Maharashtra. So they consider Niti Aayog, you know, to be to do something exemplary work. That is why they want to have that sort of organization, that sort of body in Maharashtra also. So they'll ask you, you know, which state is up to creating Niti Aayog type, Niti Aayog like organization or body. Then the answer is going to be Maharashtra. So Maharashtra is the state which is planning to do so. Now under international news, important things, important news. First, cultural and tourism capital of Shanghai Cooperation Organization, Varanasi has become that. So Varanasi has become Shanghai Cooperation Organization's first cultural tourism capital, right? The second thing is 22nd Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit venue Samarkand, Uzbekistan. I want to tell you something. These three questions are related. The first question states that cultural and tourism capital of Shanghai Cooperation Organization, Varanasi has become that. Now the main summit of Shanghai Cooperation Organization 2022, 22nd numbers 2022, which will take place in Samarkand, Uzbekistan. Now what I'm actually referring to is that 23rd numbers 2023's Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit will be hosted by our country, will be hosted by India. So that is why in line Samarkand, Uzbekistan, the next year India will be hosting Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit. We all know that India is doing the presidency. If somebody asks you the number in 2023, as it is 23rd number, that's how you can keep that in your mind. I know you have done that. Kazakhstan changes. Name of the capital from Nur Sultan back to Astana. First of all, if somebody asks you what is the capital, you may have learnt it like that it is Astana only. But in 2019, their outgoing president Nur Sultan, just to honor him, they changed the name of the capital to Nur Sultan only. Now Parliament has passed the resolution. Now they are saying the name of the capital will be changed to Astana again. So that was like for a short period of time that they passed, you know, the resolution in Parliament. So they all agreed to it, and the name of the capital of Kazakhstan will be Astana again. Okay. Mikhail Gorbachev, ex-president of USSR, won Nobel Prize of 1990. It has to be in some category. I am referring to Nobel Peace Prize. That is important. So Nobel Peace Prize of 1990. Mikhail Gorbachev, ex-president of USSR, I am saying he won Nobel Peace Prize for 1990. Let's proceed with the next question. Now important days and dates. What all important days are there, dates are there? Let's look at them one by one. International Day for Preservation of the Ozone Layer. In short, indirectly, we are trying to call it World Ozone Day. Easier terms, World Ozone Day, Ozone Layer or Ozone Day. When they are celebrating something about preservation of the layer, or they call it World Ozone Day, celebrated on 16th of September. That is what we are trying to convey. Theme seems very, very important. Montreal Protocol at 35, Global Cooperation Protecting Life on Earth. Montreal Protocol Montreal Protocol at 35, Global Cooperation on Protecting Life on Earth. International Day of Peace, 21st September. International Day of Peace is observed on 21st September. The upper one was on 16th September, ozone. Now, International Day of Peace, 21st September. International Day of Democracy on 15th September. Now, their themes. This theme seems important and easier as well. If you end racism, if there is no racism, we believe that peace will be restored. That is what they are trying to say through their theme as well. End racism, build peace. International Day of Peace. International Day of Democracy, observed on 15 September. Importance of media freedom to democracy, peace, and delivering on sustainable development goals. Let's proceed with the next question. Now, defense news, Indian Air Force and Army collectively, jointly. So, joint exercise Gagan Strike. See, they'll ask you, what all armed forces, Indian Air Force and Army? Gagan Strike, that's the name of the joint exercise, took place in Punjab. Venue of Japan-India Maritime Exercise. Japan-India Maritime Exercise. So, JIMEX 2022. Sixth numbers JIMEX. Venue is Bay of Bengal. Sixth numbers JIMEX. Venue is Bay of Bengal. Please understand that the number is 6th. That means India and Japan. Maritime means naval exercise. Navy I am referring to because maritime, water, sea. So, Bay of Bengal is the venue for the same. Number is important. Venue is important. What kind of exercise is important between two nations, names are important. So, such is the information provided in one sentence. If you move to the next question, Army exercise Parvat Prahar. Venue is Ladakh. Parvat Prahar. That means Parvat, they are referring to the mountain only. That is why Parvat Prahar, Army exercise Parvat Prahar took place. Venue is Ladakh. Launch of latest stealth frigate of Project 17A. First, if they ask you the name of the project, it is 17A. We are talking about the launch of latest stealth frigate. Frigate is basically a warship, a little less than a destroyer, but it's a warship. So I am saying launch of latest stealth frigate of Project 17A of Nilgiri class is INS Taragiri. INS Taragiri by Mazagaon Dockship Builders Limited. So they'll mention it like that. Believe me, they'll ask you who's launching it, who's behind the creation of such a marvelous thing. They'll ask you that. So Mazagaon Dockship Builders have to provide one, that is INS Taragiri. Now this is the one of Nilgiri class, although they have provided many earlier. Now I am saying this is the latest one which they are providing. Launch of latest stealth frigate of Project 17A. So the project is also important. They'll ask you in the exam. Now some exercise takes place. Naval exercise Kakadu. Naval exercise Kakadu in Darwin in Australia. Naval exercise Kakadu in Darwin in Australia. INS Satpura is the name of it. INS Satpura is the name of it. Attends multinational naval exercise Kakadu in Darwin, Australia. Let me repeat that. First of all, you need to understand if there is any naval exercise or any exercise. I am referring to primarily naval right now. If any naval exercise takes place from India's behalf, from India's on account of India, what will happen? A ship will participate on our behalf, and that is INS Satpura, which took part in Kakadu. Kakadu is a naval exercise. Where did it take place? In Darwin. Darwin is in Australia. That is what I have mentioned here. Now, you can take the break of a few minutes if you are not preparing for banking exams, but those who are writing bank exams, this information is for you. And believe me, questions are actually going to be the same, whatever I am teaching you. You will see that, you will realize it, and I will wait for your feedback as well. If you still wish to, take coaching from somewhere, take tuitions from somewhere, you can join us. We'll try to teach you exactly the same questions will try our level best to only and only deliver that stuff which is going to be there in your exam, which will be super helpful. So you can actually join our live classes. If you are not comfortable with live, you can join our video programs also. The numbers are given below. The strip is there. Dial these numbers and call us up. Don't waste time because you have your exam very soon. Banking and finance awareness. Now, from the first point, Digital Kisan Credit Card by Union Bank, Digital Kisan Credit Card by Federal Bank. So that is what the information is. Digital Kisan Credit Card, Digital Kisan Credit Card by Union Bank of India and Federal Bank. Again, first bank to get RBI's nod. First bank to get RBI's nod for rupee trade settlement, UCO Bank. First, you need to understand here they are talking about, they are referring, to Russia. That India and Russia, they are there. Now, special Vostro accounts will be, opened. And if any rupee trade settlement is taking place, that means it can be done in rupee straight away. UCO Bank has become the first bank to get such sort of approval from RBI straight away. I'll repeat that. First bank, UCO Bank. What UCO Bank has received? UCO Bank has got the permission from RBI to do what? They can trade in rupee with Russia. And for that, two even Russian banks got the permission for the same. And they'll be opening special Vostro accounts for the same in which rupee trade settlement can take place. Now, small value payments up to rupees 200 on device wallet, on-device wallet without internet and UPI PIN, UPI Lite, balance limit 2000. Okay, first of all, you need to understand something. If you pay, at some place, you require internet for the same, you require UPI PIN, you require everything. If internet isn't there, and if internet is not there, then what? They are saying you can even still transact money, you can even still pay somewhere, but the maximum amount is going to be 200 only, and I don't know why they have even kept this sort of limit. 200 rupees you can pay at a time. Maximum limit of that wallet can be 2000, and this is without internet. This is on device, through on device wallet, and this is without UPI PIN also. So no internet is required, no PIN, UPI PIN is required. That is basically the safety, to be very frank with you. If you are transacting money without internet, without UPI PIN, so obviously smaller amounts, should be debited. That is actually a careful thing. That is why they are providing you something of that sort. Balance limit is 2000 maximum, but per transaction you can only spend 200 rupees. RBI lifts prompt corrective action restrictions on Central Bank of India. If they impose some sort of ban on some bank, we obviously, and we always talk about such things. Here they are removing some sort of bank. NPAs are increasing. The bank, comes under prompt corrective action category. So what they are supposed to do? They are removing it this time. They are saying RBI is lifting banks, prompt corrective action restrictions from Central Bank of India. If something of that sort happens, it is important. Please learn the name of this bank. Further, they are stating that Precision Biometric is basically India Private Limited. I'm referring to that. A firm. Don't misunderstand that. So Precision Biometric and HDFC Bank shortlisted for regulatory sandbox theme retail payments. First of all, try to understand something here. These two organizations are there. Precision Biometric, India Private Limited, HDFC Bank is there. They got shortlisted by what? First of all, if you wish to launch something in the market, like they are doing it for retail payments or something, if they are doing something of that sort, what are they supposed to do? They are supposed to check everything whichever way. It will be shown to the customer, it will be shown to the general public, the way they'll be able to use it. Prior to that, they require some sort of environment which is going to be exactly the same which will be provided to the customer, and that is regulatory sandbox where they can actually check what they are going to provide to the customer. It is all right if there is any modification to be made. So that is regulatory sandbox, and Precision Biometric and HDFC Bank shortlisted for retail payments. They got permission for regulatory sandbox, sort of thing. Axis Bank to buy 10% stake in Go Digit Life Insurance. I'll repeat that. HDFC Bank is doing something. Go Digit Life Insurance is there. I am saying with these two, Axis Bank and Go Digit Life Insurance, 10% stake, Axis Bank is buying it. When you move to the lower point, first Indian life insurer with 74% stake of foreign firm, Aegis Federal Life Insurance. Okay. This will take some time. I'll try to explain that in easier terms. So remain focused. One organization is Aegis, one is Federal. We are saying as Aegis Federal Life Insurance is there. So it is one organization. I am referring to the main Aegis. I'll repeat that. First Indian life insurer. This is Aegis Federal Life Insurance. I am saying it has become that first insurer of the country which has 74% stake of foreign firm, which is Aegis only, the main organization. This is Indian organization. I am saying India vertical. I am saying that main organization has the stake of 74%. That is why foreign firm stake in Indian life insurance is 74%, has become 74%. Why? Because even they are saying that IDBI Bank's 25% stake has already been picked up by Aegis only. That is why 74% is there in this organization now from foreign firm. Axis Bank ties up with Pay Nearby, an organization. Pay Nearby. Axis Bank ties up with Pay Nearby to boost priority sector lending. Now, something is written in the brackets. They are saying current account and saving account for last mile small and medium enterprises. Current account, savings account ratio. That's what they are saying for last mile small and medium enterprises. See what they are trying to say. They are promoting, they are boosting priority sector lending. They are saying Axis Bank has tied up, with Pay Nearby for the same. I'll move to the next question. That was the important part I was highlighting. Now government schemes, they seem to be important. We'll start with PM Pranam. Scheme to cut down use of chemical fertilizers. PM Pranam is the scheme for the same. Fertilizers are there. That is why Chemical and Fertilizer Ministry has to be there. I'll repeat that. PM Pranam is a government scheme. What is it all about? I'll actually tell you the full form of it as well. Now I'm saying that this scheme is saying that they are planning to cut down on chemical fertilizers, because fertilizers has too much of chemical, and if chemical fertilizers are used, they are not healthy for anybody. I am saying PM Pranam is going to work on that to cut it down, the use of chemical fertilizers. What is the full form of PM Pranam? Promotion. This PR is promotion. One A is alternate and the other A is agriculture. Last M is management and N is nutrients. I'll repeat that. Promotion of alternate nutrients for agriculture management Yojana. That is what they are calling it, PM Pranam Yojana. And what is it about? They'll ask you the question straight away, that what is it about? Then you have to answer it. That it is about cutting down the use of chemical fertilizers. And who's doing it? Which ministry is behind it? That is what I meant. Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship now. Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship now launches Scale app. What is this Scale app? First of all, even if you are not able to learn the full form, this L in Scale is leather. So leather. What is it about leather then? Skill development, entrepreneurship. They want everybody to be a businessman. They want everybody to have a startup. So they are doing something for the same, and they are actually providing you with Scale app. Now for skill development in leather sector, they are actually coming up with Scale app. Now what is the full form of the Scale app? Skill certification assessment for skill certification assessment for leather employees. Skill certification, assessment for leather employees. That's the full form of Scale app. Let's move to the next question. India in focus, PM meets world leaders. See, this is a question you have to learn because a lot many names of other nations' heads are there. And let's start with them. Our Prime Minister went to attend a meeting. As he did that, so he had to meet many world leaders. Now from Prime Minister of Japan will start. His name is Fumio Kishida. So Fumio Kishida, Prime Minister of Japan. President of Uzbekistan, Shavkat Mirziyoyev. President of Uzbekistan, Shavkat Mirziyoyev. He met Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina as well. That we all know very easily. Our neighbor. So President of Iran, Ibrahim Raisi, President of Iran. President of China, Xi Jinping, he met him as well. President of Turkey, his name is Recep Tayyip Erdogan. So here I am going to wrap up. If you have understood everything, you have the option of pressing the like button. If you could not, you can rewatch the video. If language was the barrier, you could have seen. Actually, you can switch to the Hindi video. Thank you so much for watching. Press the like button. Surely, if you have understood everything. Thank you.